What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan and I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our battle report update for the Digimon TCG. We just did the Ultimate Cup, the May 4th Ultimate Cup with Core TCG the other day, and we got skunked. We did not do that well. In fact, I think I did better at the last two events. Actually, I know I did better at the last two events. Had lots of hard matchups, really good matches, and just did not always see the stuff we needed, or were just getting wrecked by cards that do not work or that work very well against my deck. So I ran Numamon. We're going to talk about it, or talk about the matchups, what I would do differently, and what I might change with the deck. And we'll get into it like usual. Do the battle report update like we do after every event. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of fun. So yeah, I took Numamon with the purple base there. I don't think I'd play it with the black base. I really like the purple base. The Gabumon, Gazimon, and Ukomon are just perfect. They're such good gas. The Demi-Marimons allowing you to discard and draw, if you get a handful of heavy big guys and stuff like that. I definitely do like the Digimon Emperor and the Louis. They put a lot of pressure on your opponent. Like, I wasn't running these originally. I saw a deck top with those. I decided to try them out. I really did like them because honestly, I did not want to see multiple copies of this guy when I didn't have this. And I did not want to see multiple copies of this guy. So I dropped him to 1 and him to 3 for these two. And actually, they came up a lot as good cards, stopping my opponent from doing things. Although I do have to say, I kept forgetting to draw off the Digimon Emperor all the time. I had the memory gain was really good, but there's many times I forgot to draw off the Digimon Emperor, so I do have to watch out about that. I mean, you need these at 4, you need those at 4. The ultimate lineup is great. Sometimes you draw this and you can't get to this or the proto form, and that's just unfortunate. But it's how the game is. I didn't Chimeramon once, but I feel like you need him in there just in case it does come up. 3 Platinum Numamon, I think that's good enough. 2 Venusmon, perfect. Azulangmon's really great, although I did misplay with him one time, being that he doesn't bounce. He only bounces a level 4 or level 5 or lower, and I forgot that. And my opponent played a level 6, and I misplayed hard. Really bad misplay. Hey, sounds like this tournament was an episode of Scrubbing Out. Shine Greymon, Rune Mode, love this card. Honestly, wish I could play more. But you do need these guys. These guys save you a lot. And Merciful Mode was awesome too. I hadn't played Merciful Mode up to this point. And I was like, oh, why is everyone playing this card? And I'm like, I know why people are playing this card. Especially if you can Digivolve him on him, which didn't happen often, but you can hope, right? 2 Satsuki is good. I wish I could play more, but this deck's so tight for space. So I really wouldn't change anything. I mean, I like it the way it is. It functions pretty good. I just had some really bad matchups. So if we come over here, you can see my round. I tied the first round. I tied against, oh gosh, gonna have to remember what it is. I know I lost against Armor Rush, and then my second loss was against not Armor Rush, but Mirage Gaugamon, and I know why I lost. It wasn't because I was facing Mirage, or it wasn't because I was facing Armor Rush. It was because I was facing Zudomon Ace. Both players drew awfully and were able to get out of their awful hands because they had a Zudomon Ace in hand and they could bounce my stuff. As soon as I started building, they could bounce my stuff and put me back just as much as the deck had put them back by not giving them any level 3s. For multiple rounds. I lost to Zudomon Ace. There is no other way to put that nicely. I mean, the decks were great, but I lost to Zudomon Ace. So Zudomon Ace, yeah, that card's nuts. My third loss was to Red Hybrid. He just, and I think we did go to game 3, but he just, turboed me out in the end, unfortunately. And I couldn't do enough. The round 1 tie. The player Slope played a lot. Yeah, it was. What was it? I'm trying to remember now. It's I think it was. Oh gosh, it was very very slow game. I know one of the ties was to Bloom Lord. I think the second tie or the third tie was. I think the second tie might have been to Bloom Lord. That player slow played a lot. My first win was to Red Hybrid. My second win was against a Edamon player in the last round, and that like literally our whole match was game 1, and then game 2 we didn't quite finish. I think he might have won that one, but I mean if you're gonna slow play, you kind of you lose. But he was a very nice player. It's just the deck played slowly. It was back and forth, putting more cards in security. So unfortunately, I only had the 2 wins. And then, yeah, the tie, one of the Bloom Lord tie. I'm trying to remember my other 2 ties. Difficult now. I know. Yeah, it's always funny. I always have a hard time remembering that first match. But it was a slow match. Yeah, we only got through game 2. And I just won game 2. No, it was the Bloom Lord player. I lost game 1 and so slow, and I had to basically tell him in time, like, you need to hurry up. Like, you're not taking all 5 minutes of overtime as your time, because as soon as your turn ends, I win. And there was no way around that. There was absolutely no way around that. He had nowhere he could go. I had blocked him off with Ruin Mode and other things. There was nothing he could do. So it was kind of frustrating because it was like you kept like, oh, what can I do? What can I do? And I'm like, you're not getting this win. And anyways, so we have the standings, of course, and I did not do well. 218th place. There I am, right there. Shout out to my friend Kui Martin Lee. I think he came in he came in like 26th place. Yeah, with all force probably. Always with all force. But yeah, no, I just can't remember the second ties. But yeah, the Edamon match was interesting. I'd never faced that before, so that was kind of cool. 2 Red Hybrid, which is funny because I played Red Hybrid for the last couple events. So losing to it was like, but at least I won to one of them, so that was good. And then yeah, just slow matches, slow matches. I think my other tie was to a Yellow Vaccine player. Yeah, Yellow Vaccine was my last tie. My second tie was the Bloom Lord. Yeah, because I remember that I won against Red Hybrid, and I know my losses, exactly what my losses were. But yeah, it's that first match. Trying to remember what that first match was. It took a long time. But if I figure out what that first match was, I will put it down in the comments, because I'm always like, oh, I hate forgetting things. But the deck was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's a really fun deck. It's just funny. Like, I just didn't think about all the things that like hate on it. Like, Crimson Blaze hates on it, but that wasn't too big of an issue. But like, Zudamon Ace, and anything with any ace card that you can play multiples of, and it's really, really good, is just ridiculous. Like all the Angemon and Angelwoman stuff. Yeah, it just does not fill you with joy. That's for sure. So yeah, unfortunately, the ace cards are a really big thing, and you almost every time they put level 4s on board, you're like, I gotta watch out. I gotta watch out real hard. The first match was Mega Gargomon, which was funny because when I did that scrubbing out video last week, I lost to Mega Gargomon. So that was funny that happened. But yeah, we tied. It was a really long games, really drawn out games, unfortunately. And we did get to game 3, and he might have won the last. I think he would have won the last game, but we got into time, and that was just it. But yeah, so that's why I tied 2 in round 1. Mega Gargomon, so I won't put that in the comments. Anyways, what I might do going forward, I might go back to Red Hybrid. I was doing better with it. I play the deck better. Might be case, maybe I'll move on to something else. I've been playing a lot of Beelzemon. I've been trying to test Yellow Vaccine. I don't know if I like Yellow Vaccine, like the Gatomon version. I'm more interested in the Marcus version that I've seen people like Mario's Gaming World play, because I love Marcus's. So maybe I'll try that, test that out and see how I feel about that, because I do play Shine Gray pretty well. I do love the toolboxiness of Yellow Vaccine. Heck, maybe I'll play All Force. Shout out to Queequeg, because I love that deck too. But we'll see what happens. We got another regionals this time, which I don't really care about. Like regionals, like whatever, get top, whatever. I wanted to top an Ultimate Cup because I want the prizing from the Ultimate Cup, whereas like all I care about from the regionals is the participation stuff. But hey, if I can get some of the top prizing, if I can get up there, I just like to get another 128 top or above. Like I'd like to get back to 64, getting that more often than not. Because right now I'm 150 and above, and I don't really like that. I know I can do better. I mean, I have done better a lot of times, so I'm trying to get back to that place. It's been a while, since December, since my last serious top. So we'll see what happens. But sometimes, sometimes you draw, and I drew awful sometimes today. I had one hand in this deck where I opened 2 Numamon, X-Antibody, 2 Monzimon, and a Monzimon X-Antibody after I mulliganed. And I mulliganed because the hand wasn't really great. Like I like to start out with a level 3. It's not necessary, but I like to start out with a level 3. So I mulliganed. I mulliganed into that hand, and I had never drawn that hand in hours and hours of testing Numamon. And I was like, holy crap, what is this? It's just not good. And unfortunately, you can't do anything because you don't have anything in the trash to cheapen out Monzimon. So you got to put the Numamon X on board, and then your opponent just blows him up, and there's nothing that happens because he's got no effect, and then you're back to square one. So, or you Digivolve into the Monzimon, and then they Azudamon ace you. It's literally the worst hand I've ever seen in Numamon, and unfortunately, you get that happening. And I just love it how sometimes it feels like when you're testing, you get all really great hands, and then you get to a tournament, and it's like your luck has run out. Because it's like there's hands that I'll test for hours, and I'll never see that hand combination until I get to a tournament, and then you're just like, yep, today's gonna be a good day. But it was fun. I had some really great matches, some really great players, so I appreciate them, and I appreciate the opportunity to try and top an event. But maybe next time. Anyways, looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day, and that's all for now, folks.